What's going on, gamers? Oh boy, it's been a while since I got to Ubisoft, right? Since they were villains of the year last year. So they're coming back with what they've been trying to do for a while. Microsoft's been doing this as well, but Ubisoft is just being just. I was hoping for improvements. You ready? Ubisoft has completely lost all plots imaginable, forcing people to destroy all copies of a product, legally bought copies. Yeah, you're reading this right, physical copies. Guys, are we ready? This is about to get very interesting. This company, boy, let me tell you, man, see, this right here is like, how far are you going to let them go, guys? It's crazy. Wording is interesting, though. So it is indeed a product. Yeah, of course it is. It's not art, it's a product, not just a license. And it is in our possession, as in, we own it, not just a temporary access. Here it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. So Ubisoft has a termination uh, right here, EULA for people. Guys, what gets interesting about this is we're going to see other people who have it. Because I got some people that, cover the Switch 2 stuff. I got people that I talk to about it as well, too. And then I'm like, you know that that's been around for a while, right? Anything these people are saying, like, it's been over here. It's been around for quite some time. Same thing with like terminating people's access in consoles. Like on Xbox, if you try to use a VPN to go to another store and get a discount, they'll ban you. Your whole account is done. You know what I mean? It's been going on for a while. Sony can do it. They all can do it. Now, if they start abusing it, then it's a problem. I'll call that out. Ubisoft has completely lost all plots. Let's get to Ubisoft though. The EULA is effective from the earlier of the date you purchase. Keyword. Download or use the product. See, the EULA is effective from the earlier of the date you purchase, download, or use the product until terminated according to its terms. You and Ubisoft or its licensors, keyword, may terminate this EULA at any time for any reason. Any reason. Termination by Ubisoft will be effective upon a notice to you or termination of your Ubisoft account. If any, or at the time of Ubisoft's decision to discontinue offering and or supporting the product. Did you hear what they just said? If they want to discontinue. This EULA will terminate automatically if you fail to comply with any of the terms and conditions of this EULA. Upon termination for any reason, and here it is, you must immediately uninstall the product and destroy all copies of the product in your possession. What they're telling you is if you agree to this, they own the physical copy. You do not. Okay, now this is insanity. This is the most insane shit I've ever seen when it comes to termination, EULA, and ownership. Holy. Am I reading that right? You must immediately uninstall, keyword product, not art, and destroy, the most insane part, all copies of the product in your possession. Dude, they're talking about taking this beyond your account without a console. They don't even own any console to say it's like their first. Oh man, what? Even then, like, what the hell is your physical copies? That's crazy that this exists and they're forcing you to sign this. Guys, this is fucking nuts. And then we have another one over here. We're going to get to some comments. It's going to get even more crazy. We're going to read some other stuff. Buy game, Ubisoft bans your account. You are legally obligated to destroy your copies, including physical. Just to clarify for you guys, just to show you. Good one, Ubisoft. You are hiding physical copies of this game we told you to destroy. Imagine if that becomes a thing. No, no. That's his house. This is the address that had it. Look for that physical copy. It becomes like the Matrix. They send in a damn droid or a robot. Let me not even give them ideas. No, because this already exists. Good Lord, guys. And the people getting born right now or just 20, 30, 40 years in the future, and I better have that light ready. You must immediately uninstall the product and destroy all copies of the project or product in your possession. Oh man, insane. Ubisoft just when you think you've seen the worst, yeah. Good thing. That shit is so bad, it's not even worth the time to pirate it. By the same logic, if buying isn't outing, then pirate isn't stealing. Hit the high seas again, me hearties. If hey, look, if somebody said that about Ubisoft at that point, hey, bro, because look, let me tell you something. They're literally trying to punk you as much as possible in front of your face. That's some like, yeah, that's not even a gamer spirit, bro. That's something else. That's crazy. You need to get this out. All right, so here's where it gets even more interesting. This guy right here, Mike, says selective outrage is silly. This is pretty common for all EULA. Legit, just generic EULA. No, Ubisoft is taking it farther, bro, with the physical copies. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Steam here. All right. Interesting stuff. Bandai Namco with them and user license agreement. Let's find it. Let's see. What are we looking for here? Ownership. The game and all content other than the user content as defined below and other materials in the game are available through the game, including without limitation. The Bandai Namco logo and all designs, text, graphics, pictures, information, data software, pretty much game currency, virtual items, anything, guys, arrangements, or any property or of its license are protected by copyright and other intellectual property laws and treaties. Notwithstanding any provision to the contrary herein, you agree to that you have no right or title in any or to any content that appears in the game, including without limitation any game currency and virtual items. See? Hold this right here. 2018. See what I mean by the hypocrisy, though? Guys, just listen to me because this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's been around. Um, I mean, limited use license. This was in 2018 on Steam. You don't know me a friend, trust me. I never really looked up to Steam because even though I see what people say, but my thing is you don't make any games for your base. Just keep making money with other people's games. How are you better than PlayStation? At least they make games. So yeah, that's why I don't want to support that because you're not making games. At least those platforms are making games. You see what I mean? Like to me, that's important. Subject to the terms of this agreement and your compliance with these terms. We grant you a non-exclusive, non-transferable, limited license to the use of the game for the term of the agreement in your country of residence on hardware that you own or exclusively control, as solely as permitted by the applicable platform usage rules or terms of use, if any. Any updates, supplements, or replacements to the original game are governed by this agreement, unless separate license terms accompany such update. License you do not own. So we don't need to keep reading this, but you guys get it, right? You don't own anything. All right. Sega. Oh yeah. And where Sega's at? Limited use license, no right to ownership. You acknowledge and agree that you shall have no ownership or other property interests in the product, and further acknowledge and agree that all such rights are and shall forever be owned by and inure to the benefit of Sega. Forever. See? Except as expressly licensed to you herein, all right, title, and interest in, and to the product, and any and all associated copyrights, trademarks, intellectual properties therein or related thereto, and all copies thereof, including but not limited to any patches, updates, copies, derivative works, titles, computer code, themes, objects, character names, stories, dialogue, catchphrase, locations, concepts, artwork, images. Yeah, they're covering everything, all of it. It's all theirs, right? A limited use license. It's a license. Rockstar, same thing. You know what I mean? It's like termination. You may terminate this agreement at any time, stopping your use of the software or virtual items in your account, destroying or deleting all copies or any materials of software in your possession. Same thing as Ubisoft. They said all copies and deleting your account. What happened, y'all, with the Nintendo stuff? See what I mean? Hypocrites, I told you. You may request that we delete your account and your personal information by Rockstar for any servers, virtual items, or account provided to you for an indefinite period of time. We have the right to terminate this agreement and access to your services, virtual items, and your account, or cease providing such services at any time for any reason in our sole discretion. If we have reasonable means to contact you and where practice... Oh, wait, hold on. If we have reasonable means to contact you and where practicable, we were in try. What do you mean by contact you? We will try to inform you reasonably in advance of any such termination or cessation. I guess you could just say just stopping your account of services taking effect. So termination or cessation. Services taking effect. Yeah, services. Where it is not practical to inform you practicable. Okay, hold on. They're saying oh, it's not practicable to inform you. They're saying it's not practical to even inform you in advance. That's crazy that they're telling you that. We will try to inform you promptly afterwards. Yeah, did you see? Look, guys, look at that. While it is not practicable to inform you in advance. So wait, am I reading this right? We will try to inform you promptly afterwards. If your habitual residence is in Germany, the right of both parties to extraordinary or extraordinary termination for good causes shall remain unaffected. What the hell? Good cause exists if the terminating party, taking into account all circumstances of the individual case and weighing the interests of both parties, cannot reasonably be expected to continue the contractual relationship until agreed upon termination or until the expiry of a notice period. They all have these weird little sayings and stuff like this, but it's all the same thing. We're seeing this. Termination for breach. We may immediately terminate or suspend your right to access any aspect of your services, virtual items, content, subscriptions, and or of your account. If you breach this agreement, use the services, virtual items, or your account fraudulently, illegally, or in any manner other than for its intended purposes. Initiate any advance proceeding against us or if we're on any legal obligation to do so. If we decide to terminate or suspend your right to access some or all the services, virtual items, subscriptions, or your account, we will try to inform you in advance of such termination or suspension unless the action is taken under a legal obligation. And then we have you acknowledge and agree that this is an agreement, that if this agreement is terminated, or we end your right to access any of the services, virtual items, content, subscriptions, or your account in accordance in term to this agreement, the license granted to you under this agreement shall be immediately terminated, basically. So there you go, guys. He's the one that posted all this right here. So yeah, I mean, he's basically saying it's not new, but Ubisoft's coming in and just being worse with it because you're supposed to be better leaders, but they haven't done that. So yeah, this is all crazy, right? There we have it. So let me know what you guys think about this, all right? I figured I had to react to this because I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. All right, peace out, y'all. Who's preserving physical? See? It's kind of hard. That's why I say you can't really be a hypocrite about it. Later.